Wednesday, 27th day of February. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here with you. First thing I want to show you is the high temperature map from yesterday. Typical wedge type of day where there was a huge spread in temperatures from north to south, really northwest to southeast. You had Wilmington near 70 with some severe storms near the coast yesterday. Charleston hit 73, but only 40 for high in Greensboro, 35 the high in Boone. So big spread with the temperature difference associated with that wedge. Looks icy up there at Banner Elk, 23 degrees right now, northwest wind at 3. It was a very significant ice storm in many mountain spots as yesterday unfolded. Some foothill locations too had some pretty significant icing. Now there's the radar this morning. All that rain and freezing rain and thunderstorm activity is gone as well north of us. You have some rain in Ohio and western Pennsylvania around Pittsburgh, and then it kicks over to snow northeast of there. Pretty good areas of snow right now in parts of eastern New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts. Then it's rain further to the south, closer to the coast, down there around Long Island, up into Connecticut. More snow flying, again, parts of Michigan and back into Wisconsin as well, as this whole storm system is very, very slowly lifting to the northeast and further away from us. Now that's what the last 12 hours or so of radar and satellite data has looked like. You can see that system pulling away from us yesterday. There's your main low up there in Pennsylvania. We're left with a lot of cloud cover. We had some fog earlier in the night that was pretty extensive. It's less dense now. And the clouds we have out there, I think will erode away pretty decently here with the west and southwest flow through the day. Tomorrow, after a nice day today, tomorrow still looks pretty good too. Notice the snow showers at times, and that'll, in the mountains, that's going to be a common theme over the next week or so. A lot of upslope snow showers, and there comes the front that'll usher in some colder air for us as we head on into the upcoming weekend. So there's what it looks like in the upper levels. This is the European model today. Now as we go out to 60 hours, the thing to watch for the weekend here, this is valid Friday morning, is this energy here on the back side of this trough, and the models continue to handle it differently each and every run. Now this is the European model out at 90 hours. Get that to pop in here. There you go. So this is Saturday early afternoon. Now compare that at the same time with the Canadian model. Let's see, right there. And it's much more of a consolidated system overall in the upper levels on the Canadian. And I don't think I stuck the GFS in there, but regardless, there's some differences amongst the modeling. Now, what you end up with in terms of precipitation here, this is the European out at 72 hours. All right, so this is the precipitation Friday afternoon. Those are some snow showers back into parts of the Tennessee Valley, into the Ozarks. Then you get into the weekend, and there's the chance of a few snow showers on the European, on the western Carolinas, although it's certainly not very significant. A little bit more in the way of some snow shower activity evident on the Canadian. This is Sunday morning. And let me find the GFS for you. It continues to be really the most aggressive model with the snow shower activity over the weekend, Saturday afternoon and Saturday night. So that is a possibility. Could see some snow showers or rain showers depending on low-level temperatures. Saturday night, maybe into parts of Sunday morning. It would take a lot of work for this to trend into a big system, though. It just looks like, let me go back to, just for instance, the European. Again, like I mentioned yesterday, what you'd really need is, if you want a big system, is some separation between the previous system and this next one, allowing this to turn more neutral or negative tilt and amplify a low along the coast. And it looks like that's somewhat unlikely at this point. Now, as we get deeper into next week, let me see. Here is 150 hours on the European model. All right, so here comes the next piece of energy, cruising on down right here. And what's going to happen on the European is it's actually going to wind up phasing with this piece of energy over the Great Lakes. And so by 180 hours, you end up with that solution. And then 12 hours later, this is a massive upper level low with most of the energy kind of bundled in northeastern North Carolina. Okay, so let's see. The result here at the surface is this at 168 hours. There comes that low, the surface low pressure at that point over North Alabama and North Georgia. That is rain showers spreading into the Carolinas Tuesday afternoon, and then the system really kind of explodes. It begins to strengthen as that low moves over the Carolinas, and then 12 hours later it really is cranking as it moves into the mid-Atlantic, and that's a big snowstorm on the back side of that from northern North Carolina, but especially up into the Virginias and points north. Now the GFS also has that system. It doesn't explode it like the European does, but you do end up with a little light rain to a little light snow type of scenario Tuesday and Tuesday night, at least into North Carolina. And again, this is just, let me go back to this. It's just a chaotic pattern next week. In every single model solution, you get a different handling of all these pieces of energy just flying around and how they interact. So you're going to see a lot of variability with the details of that system still for next week. Oh, I forgot. I have one more chart for you. Let me show you the Canadian out at 168 hours. And it has that system too. Surface low is actually centered up into Kentucky and Tennessee overall, but it's kind of a broad surface low, but it is cold enough for some Tennessee and North Carolina snow on the Canadian model. So again, we'll just kind of have to see how that system next week plays out too. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.